That's the funny thing about cleaning up is like I'm trying to clean up and organize. Now my room even looks even more like shit. Weird, right? Um, so it's kind of funny because like the conversations I'll have with people, um, every conversation I have with any person ever about dating is like we all agree that dating today sucks. It's just so shitty, and it's like kind of like what makes it worse? Like what is it? And I think it's like one, the dating apps, right? It's that probably a lot to do with it, and those apps have a lot of like bots too, or like employees that are just there, especially like targeted towards men, like and the people that are paying to get more views on Bumble or Tinder or whatever. A lot of people are getting banned from Tinder these days too. It's like a common joke. A lot of people are on Bumble being like, "Oh, got banned from Tinder." Um, I think like then there's like a lot of bots that just kind of lead on and like no one like I don't know. There's just something about when I was younger in middle school, I could phone a girl at her house and ask if she wanted to talk. Oscar, where's the cat? Oscar, come on. Oscar, where are you? Um, so yeah, I know. I think people come to this channel to see Oscar, not even me. So that's fine. He's a very cute motherfucker. I don't blame you. He doesn't yap and talk like me. So I had a girl ask me why I treat Oscar better than her. I'm like, well, Oscar doesn't argue with me, so there's that. And he just cuddles and plays with me. He doesn't, cause me headaches or anything. You know what I mean? Doesn't he doesn't put up a Facebook status saying we're in a relationship and then every 2 weeks pull it down just to see my reaction. You know what I mean? Oscar doesn't do. And going back to dating, it's like yeah, I find like in dating today, for some reason, women test men a lot, like all the time. Constant stupid things. I think social media complicates things because you're getting jealous over things that wouldn't have even existed in the 70s, right? And like the test of like I've had dude friends where they're like, yeah, my girlfriend just sent me a photo of like her hugging another guy, and it's like, and it's so hard to like I don't know what to feel about that. It's like I don't know what advice to give them. It's like, well, I don't know, on one hand I feel like we shouldn't be jealous about stuff like that, but it's like she obviously sent that to you to like piss you off and see your reaction. So it's like, what's going on? Like, what do we do? It's weird because like I was at Boston Pizza yesterday, and I don't know, maybe it's like the part of Quebec where I was like, it is kind of fun just to go sit at a bar, drink, have 2 drinks, talk to some people, then go home. And in Quebec, you could really do that. In Quebec, you could sit and have 8 drinks and just walk home. In Montreal, can't really do that in Winnipeg because nothing is in walking distance, and the public transport in Winnipeg sucks. So I have one, maybe two if I'm eating a lot of food, because I don't want to like it's anything after that it's dangerous and you're pushing it, right? Um, but it's weird because yesterday I went to Boston Pizza. There was this hostess, her name was Anna, and she kept sitting down at my table to talk to me, and we were having a really good conversation. And it was like, holy fuck, like I would really like to talk to this person in the future, but it's like there's such a fucking weird taboo about exchanging numbers now. I don't know, maybe it's like I think it's honestly, and I was talking with a bartender today, and he was like, dude, and we were agreeing again because every person I fucking talked to recently in the last year is like dating's fucked. And we were agreeing, like, dating's so fucked. And he's like, dude, working in a restaurant, and he was like the one guy of like many girls that worked at this bar. He was like, all these girls cheat on their boyfriends, and I hear the gossip. And I was like, yeah. And it's just like, Oscarino. And I was like, I bet you all these girls are like in these Facebook groups or group chats, and like, there's something about today where people like encourage girls are encouraging other girls to like cheat on their boyfriends. It's like, oh, he didn't respond or text you back, or he's been dismissive the last couple weeks. Better go fucking cheat on him. And it's like that sounds like insane, like I'm making it up, but it's just like I've had female friends like just like yeah, I cheated on my boyfriend because he wasn't texting me back enough. It's like what the fuck's wrong? And it's like men get accused of being this vile. And I don't know any of my male friends that are like, yeah, I cheated on my girlfriend because she didn't fucking text me back. Like that's horrible. And okay, so anyways, yesterday there was a girl, and like we were talking, and it's like I feel like it would just like ruin it to ask for her number. And like, yeah, there's being confident in this, but it gets fucking awkward. Like, you know, you're just having a nice conversation and you just don't want to hear the words like, oh, I don't really hand out my number. And one, it's weird because she's at work, but like this lady kept coming and sitting down with me, like at my table to talk to me. So I'm like, okay, so she must be interested in talking to me, right? But it's just like, I don't know. I don't want to like, too many times guys put themselves, and okay, so there's this video where there's videos I see where it's like, why aren't guys romantic anymore? It's like, because I find men get punished so harshly when they put themselves out on the line and like put themselves out there, ask a girl for his number, or but every time you do something romantic, it's a risk because one, the difference between creepy and romantic is how the person responds, and when you put yourself out there, it's just like, um I don't know. It's like people are like, why do men get less romantic as they get older? It's like, one, because they've been romantic too many times and it's backfired. Like, here's something. I was dating a chick in 2021 and rose petals from the door to the bed, and you know, a couple. And when she needed help during a surgery, and I was wiping her bum and sponge bathing her and taking time off work just to help this chick make sure she can get everything she needed. She needed me to walk her to the bathroom, walk her to the bed, walk her to the couch. She needed me for everything. And you know, like I caught her texting a dude dirty. You know, and this guy was telling her how much of a whore she was, and he was gonna duct tape her mouth shut, and she seemed to be into it. It's like, oh, I guess I didn't need to get you that $100 worth of roses. I should have just bought you a roll of duct tape. You know, he seemed to be more excited by that. So I think it's like guys just have that shit happen to them, and it's just like they just don't want to try anymore. Like, because there's too much of like getting fucking dumped on like that, and it just feels like shit. And you're just like, and like I've decided recently, it's like, you know what? There's probably not going to be the one. All my old friends that are like 50 and like, they're like, don't worry, another girl's gonna come, and yet they themselves are single. It's like, well, Oscar, what's going on? You want to be let out? Okay. One sec, guys. Oh, sorry, the door's closed, buddy. Here. Oscar is getting quite acquainted with my housemate's dog. I was worried because I wasn't sure if they would get along, but they're getting along swimmingly. They're both good souls, as you would say. But, like, I've decided that, like, no, I honestly don't think I'm going to get married. I think I'm going to spend most of my life alone, and I'm fine with that. And it's just, like, the last 4 relationships have caused me a lot of problems and a lot of strife and a lot of heartache. So it's just, like, I'm just, you know what, maybe I'm attracting the wrong person, and I need to really work on myself before I date again. But it's just, like, I'm actually fine knowing that, like, I'm just kind of telling myself, you're probably not going to get married, and that's okay. That's fine. Just live an awesome life. Working on my pilot's license because I want to fly fucking planes. I don't want to spend money on girls going on dates anymore. It's bullshit. No return on investment. This pilot's license, all the money and all the time I'm putting into it and all the stress, it's like, that'll be fucking worth it when I'm flying around by myself. You know what I mean? And it feels cool. I was flying today. Fucking amazing. Better, like, honestly, it's like, I would say it's like surpassing sex right now, flying these fucking planes. And it's hard to talk about these things because you seem like a kook and a crackpot, but it's funny because this, like, the girl I was talking to yesterday, I swear, I think I saw her, like, vagina instantly dry up because I kind of admitted to her. I was like, yeah, I think most guys like Andrew Tate because he says, like, he taps into something, like, where this, like, most dudes are angry about things. And, like, every dude has experienced. And I explained to her, I was like, yeah, he kind of says, like, fucked up things about women, but, like, there's, and like now he did the Trump thing where he came out saying outrageous things, and now he's just saying like softer things about men loving each other and saying I love you and you should support each other and men should just focus on their lives and then women come, and don't chase women, don't be a simp. Kind of like good advice, I would say. But like some of the harsher things he was saying, which are fucked up, because he was like, I won't let a girl drive my Lambo. And here's the thing, like, my cousin's a pilot. I know a lot of women that are very capable. But the reason, like, his reasoning, and I guess a lot of guys can deep down really relate to it, even though they might not ever admit it in public. But, and every dude I've ever talked to thinks he's the fucking coolest. Like, in private, most dudes will be like, yeah, guy's fucking cool. And I told this to this hostess's friend who's a waitress, and she's like, that's why these guys don't have fucking girlfriends. It's like, no, all these guys have girlfriends. Like, all the dude, like, if I said every dude that admits that every dude that I talk to admits they're in private, admits they like Andrew Tate. So like, how do you know they don't have fucking girlfriends? Like, what the fuck? And back to the Lambo thing, it's like this dude, like what he said was like the reason why I wouldn't let most females drive my Lambo is because if they wrecked it, and he said, okay, now I'm going into tangents, but he said like if a dude friend wrecked it, he would do whatever he can. He would get a second job to pay for that Lambo, to pay me back whatever damage. But he said a lot of females would be like, "Oop, I'm pretty, whoopsies," and that's a fucked up statement because it's like, no, it's probably not true that most females would do that. But every guy, most guys have an experience where someone a really pretty female broke something of theirs, and like, I'm not paying it back. Oops. And it's like, you know what I mean? And a lot of guys can really relate to that shit. But like when I was telling this girl, like, but like she was intrigued by the conversation. And it's like I was talking to another girl today, and we were like, I'm not like just girl crazy, but I just like talking to people. And I guess there is like a certain touch when you're talking to a pretty female. It's like, it feels a slightly nicer when you're just talking to a dude. But I was at a bar yesterday talking to a dude, and he was talking like having a hard time finding a job, and I was like giving this guy advice, and maybe get your son to do this or that, and I like those moments. I'll probably never see that fucking dude again, and that's fine. Like it's where it's like when I was in Quebec, I was talking to this couple, and they were both Anglophones, and they're talking about how they're moving out of Quebec, and it's like, I'll never see those people again. But it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice almost knowing that you'll never see them again. But this dude, no, but this lady today, it's like, I mean, I hope she doesn't like. I don't know, and it's like I honestly would have loved to grab this chick's number, but it's just like I don't want to do that while the girl's at work, and it's like just like I put myself out there too many times, and it's like, it's like I just didn't want to make it like awkward. I think I just want to continue having conversations with her every odd time that I stop in this bar. But it's like, yeah, no, I would really like her to like. I was very intrigued talking to this chick, and we agreed with a lot of things on each other. And she said something like, "Oh, I wish I was on the other side of the bar right now so I could sit and talk to you more." But it's just like, I don't know. It's so fucking weird. It's not like the old days where you're like, "Oh, can I have your number?" and then you continue to talk or text. Even in the days of texting in like 2008, I've just found it was like way easier, and there wasn't this taboo about exchanging numbers. Now it's like, "Oh, can I have your Instagram? Can I have your Snapchat?" It's like, man, I don't even like having that shit on my phone just because it's so goddamn distracting, and that stuff keeps you from doing like the stuff that truly matters, like going to the gym or like you'll be at the gym, but you keep checking your phone for Instagram, Snapchat, and all the bullshit apps that do nothing for your life. Like yeah. Anyways, I'm babbling on like a fucking moron, but no, I like just see. It's like the things I mentioned. It's like these could be like separate videos, but I get in this perfectionist mode where it's like, oh, it has to be edited a certain way. It has to be this. I just like getting on here and babbling. Yes, I have had a couple. I'm like 7 beers in right now. I came home and started drinking. I was studying, and now I'm just kind of celebrating a good week by drinking, and now I'm babbling on to my followers online. If you made it this far, please like, share. No, fuck the sharing. I don't even fucking care. I like it when shit just grows organically on YouTube. Don't fucking share this shit. I like the audience that I have. I feel like every video I get, it's like 50 people strong. I like you guys. See, I don't want to go viral. I want to build you guys. I want to build up the following slowly. I'd rather have people that are into everything I fucking do. And, yeah. I don't want a bunch of random traffic. You know what I mean? But yeah, to recap, I think dating is fucking impossible, and maybe there's some like bigger plan of the elitist billionaires with the gay frogs, and maybe they I don't know, maybe there is an interest in keeping men and women apart and like stopping relationships from happening and keeping people single and depopulation, that whole fucking crazy theory. And no, see, I seem like a crackpot, but like all this stuff could be true, really. It's like that crazy motherfucker Alex Jones was talking about how there's this pedophile island, and they lure these kids in, and they blackmail each other. They get guys that have sex with underage girls, and then they blackmail them, and then it kind of turned out to be true, and you're like, oh fuck. So I think a lot of crazy shit does go on, just we don't want to admit it, because you're like, oh, that sounds too much like Hollywood and like too much like in the movies. That sounds like a plot. It's like, no, I think this shit actually does happen, and maybe there's an elite group of people that control a lot of the marketing. And hey, Naked Truth, haven't talked to each other since we had that little spatteroonie, but happy to see you on. Fuck yeah, I moved back to Winnipeg, by the way. and I have zero stress in my life. It's like, it's not as fancy here, but no one's giving me shit about not knowing French. That hasn't happened once. I'm actually, when I go to the French districts, people are like, "Oh, you know some French? That's so good. Vous êtes très bien." So yeah, no, I definitely think there's an interest. Like, it's become so taboo to exchange numbers, and the only way you can talk to each other is on stupid apps that like drain your energy and make you have no focus. All these apps give us like cheap dopamine and make us like fucking morons with our time and our like memory, and we can't focus on shit. Some people can't even watch a 5 minute YouTube instructional video anymore. They end up switching to a short of some kind. And like, it's so fuck. And you know what the biggest thing about the vaccine mandates that I hated was the fact that I had to carry my goddamn phone with me everywhere. I had to have 3 vaccines. One, that's bullshit. They, like, restaurants shouldn't be asking your medical history to allow you in. But anyways, like, I like leaving my phone at home and going for a walk. But no, it's like now I need my phone on me. Now the phone's tracking me even more. It's like fuck. Anyways, yeah, like I don't know, but there just seems to be a lot of things like there's no such thing as like stick it out and like let's work on things. It's like no, go cheat on your husband. He deserves it. Open up your relationship. You know what's funny? Why I like this? I have a new construction job where I'm working at heights, and I have to really, really, really focus. And I'm working at heights, and I have to make sure like I don't drop anything because it could probably kill people working below me. So I have to very, very, very much focus. And I told my boss, I was like, when you're doing this job, you have to focus. You can't think of the past, the future. It's like climbing Mount Everest. Like you have to be very, very in the moment. And and the thing about that, and I was like, yeah, the thing is, like, I'm not thinking about how one of my last girlfriends was talking about opening the relationship, and I'm not pissed off about that anymore when I'm doing this super dangerous work. Anyways, yeah. Who's on here right now? So yeah, I don't know. I do hope like the pendulum kind of goes back, and I hope there is more of a culture of people kind of like, oh, let's date, let's stick together, let's give each other a chance. Like that whole like being over 6'4" bullshit. Where the fuck did that come out of? Like that's like it's like a meme on the internet right now, right? But it's like on a dating app, girls don't even look at guys unless they're over 6 feet. It's like, where the fuck did that come from? That wasn't when I was like a teenager. That wasn't like a thing, height or anything. It's total bullshit. But it's like, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm 5'9", so I'm not like, I don't have Napoleon syndrome, but I'm not a big tall guy. I'm 5'9.5" on a good day, 5'10" maybe if I really, really prop myself up. Yeah, no, I don't even know why I started. I just felt like talking. And that's why I like the Daily Stoic videos, because I'm not really talking about the things I want to be talking about, but it's getting me out there, getting me creating content every day. And I got the 30 or 40 or 50 of you. Well, it depends on the video, but that's strong and follow me no matter what. And I was worried that I would lose a bunch of followers because of like personally inviting Dylan Mulvaney to come on my podcast, and is what it is. And no, I'm trying, like, I am struggling a little bit with guests right now, and I think it's like it'll be easier the bigger I get. But a lot of people, like, I have like 20 people that say they're interested, but like everyone just fucking bails last second, and it's like such a goddamn waste of time right now. So I'm like, oh, I might as well just make my own content. Might as well talk to my goddamn camera in my room, because I do really, I enjoy talking to people. It's one of my favorite things. And like, another guest I'm bringing back is I don't know if she says her real name on the internet, but like she's an OnlyFans star. I love talking to this chick, the girl that I went to middle school with. And the funny thing is I think porn's evil. Yet I really want to talk to her, and it's not like, oh, because she's hot. She's got a boyfriend. It's not gonna go anywhere. But no, like, she's very interesting to talk to. I think it's because like we're very different perspective. But she's not a rude bitch. I'm not a rude dick about like the things we disagree on. We're like, oh yeah, that's interesting. I've never thought of it about it that way. And we're very polite in our disagreements. So I like talking to her because of that. But yeah, I actually think porn is fucking, like, if the devil was real, I think, he's behind Instagram. And, okay, now I sound crazy, but I honestly just think porn is distracting and evil. And but it's funny because like guys are in movements of by the way, I failed at no not November, in case you were wondering, but the 15-day journey I went on, it like, I was like, oh wow, I'm like very like focused, very this, very that. I want to get back to that. I want to do a full month straight, see how long I can go. And no, I did feel like females were paying more attention to me. I felt more focused. I felt more of a need to go to the gym and read and like run, and I just had more energy. It's like it's wasted energy when you're just watching porn. And yeah, it can take up to like in half an hour to an hour. That's a waste. You know, you're only awake like 16 hours of the day. So if you waste like 1/16 of that every day, you know, like that's, you know, 5 hours a week. You know, it's bullshit. And then it makes sex less enjoyable. It's just not as, I don't know, it makes life more dull when you're watching shit like that. And like everyone I talk to, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is porn so fucking weird now? Like it's all this like cuck shit, and it's just like, you know, most dudes I talk to, they're like, yeah, like it used to be that women faked orgasms. Now dudes are the one faking orgasms because like they just can't go. Like they'll be having sex for such a long period of time, like their back starts to hurt. They just can't fucking come or whatever because it's like, oh well, it's not a weird situation like the porn videos I watch. There's not some clown cucking my stepsister, so therefore I can't come. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. On that note, I think I'm gonna go. Make sure you guys like or whatever the fuck or comment or send me like 8K. I don't know. Don't actually do that. If some of you want to do that, that's fine. But no. But if you guys comment, I'll 100% comment back and talk. And one, I like talking to all of you, and two, or is it secretly the one? It also helps with the algorithm and helps pump my channel a bit. But yeah, if you guys comment, I'll definitely. Might take me like a week or two to get back to you, but I'll definitely respond. I think I respond to like 89.5% of the comments. I even respond to those shitty fucking spam, clearly spam ads. I don't know, where it's like best adult dating sex site or whatever. Anyways, yeah, ciao. Thanks for watching. Bye.